Hello beauties, today I am back with more decluttering. We are going to declutter concealers. Yes, that's a lot of them. And again, this definitely is making me feel a whole lot better with my whole collection. And I am very excited to declutter everything that I have. We started off with primers, we did foundations, and now I am doing my concealers. I'm going to separate them, high-end, drugstore, and we'll go from there. Okay, before we continue with this video, I do want to mention some correctors, and these three are my favorite. They are actually part of my concealing routine before I even start with the concealer most of the time. And I'm talking about the Becca Under Eye Cream. You just need a little bit to do some correction. And I stuck my nail in there. I do apply this under the eye sometimes before I actually put the actual concealer. This is a brightener, so I do like this a lot. And then the other two are the It Cosmetics Under Eye Corrector, which is this one right here. I know these are more like creams, and some people think that just because they're creams, they will crease a lot under your eyes or show, you know, the fine lines. It doesn't always do that. It all depends on the cream corrector that you use. So I do use this one. It's more of a peachy tone for the under eye, especially when I am having more of a dark circle issue, you know, lack of sleep. And then the other one is the Bye Bye Redness. This is the correcting cream. This is not the under eye one. This one, I use it just for little red spots. I do get a lot of redness on my cheek area, sometimes on my forehead when I get exposed to a lot of heat. So this helps a lot to cover those red spots or correct those red spots before I add any other type of concealer. So I actually like using that one as a little spot corrector more than anything else. And I love this brush to make sure that everything is in the right place, especially under the eyes and around this area here. Those are the main ones when it comes to correctors that I like using. There are some other ones like the green corrector and the purple and so on, but those are in little palettes, and I'm not going to get into those today, but those three are definitely three that I use a lot before adding my regular concealers. So those aren't going anywhere. I just wanted to mention them because those are staying. Now, drugstore. This is all I have drugstore, and let's see which ones I'm getting rid of before we start off with the getting rid of. This here is one of my favorites, and this one is completely empty. It is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Concealer. This one is going to the empties, but I did want to let you know that it is not leaving because it's getting decluttered. It's leaving because it is empty. This thing here, Physicians Formula. This thing is horrible. I purchased it, and I won't lie to you, I purchased this thing because I thought it was such a cute packaging. And a lot of times we get fooled by that. First of all, there it goes. But you see how liquidy that is? And then when you apply it, I would say, oh, it's liquidy, it would work once you apply it. No, it's just, it feels horrible. The texture, and it does cover, and I'm going to show you something. It covers, but it's not full coverage, and just, it's liquidy, but at the same time, it feels too oily. So not my cup of tea. Didn't like this. I didn't like the foundation from this, and I definitely don't like the concealer. If somebody would like to use this, because they have very dry skin, and that's why I thought I would like this, because it felt a little more hydrating, but then it started feeling too oily. Some other people may like this. It's not full coverage to me at all, so if you like light coverage, this may be for you, but not for me. So this one is definitely getting decluttered. BH Cosmetics, one of my favorites, is staying. True Match. I have two actually of True Match. I have this one with the wand, and I honestly don't like the wand. Or, I'm sorry, it's not a wand. It's an actual brush. I don't like the brush of this. Most of the time I prefer concealers that have the dofa, or if you do have the dofa, or just a little pump. Even the sponges, I'll take that as well, more than this. I just don't like the brush. So that one, because of the brush, I hardly use it, so it's going away. Now the True Match L'Oreal Super Blendable, this is definitely staying. I got this in a haul at one of the drugstores. It was on sale, but I definitely enjoy this. It has the sponge. I don't mind the sponges. I just don't like that they get messy. But besides that, I don't mind them. So this one's staying. Another favorite is the e.l.f. And this is a lighter, a definitely very, very light tone for me. I just apply a little bit, but I use this quite a bit when I have to put like a peachy corrector under my eye, and then I put this over. It works great. So that one's staying. Rimmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Skin Brightening Concealer. I like the coverage with this one. I don't like that it creases a bit. I won't say it creases a lot, but it creases enough where I don't like it. I mean, it creases enough where I'm gonna say, you know what, I really do not like putting this under my eyes. I am over 40. I don't need emphasis on my fine lines under my eyes. I don't have a lot, but they're there. So I don't need for this to emphasize it. It says anti-fatigue. It's supposed to make your eyes look less tired or brighten your eyes. It doesn't, I don't see it. I prefer to use a Becca brightener and use another concealer and move on. So Rimmel, this is leaving. CoverGirl Outlast All Day. I do like this one. And this one, to me, it works very well during the summer days for me. So again, it is a sponge applicator, which they're not my favorite because they get dirty easily, but they're okay, they'll do. So that one stays. And then last but not least, Physicians Formula Full Coverage Concealer. This one is Insta-Ready. Now I have the primer of this, and I like this concealer. I like that it's a pump. I like that you don't need a lot to get that full coverage. And I like that for it being drugstore, it doesn't smell funny. It doesn't crease, at least not to me. And again, I don't have to apply a lot to get the job done. So definitely keeping it. So I'm keeping 5 and letting go of 3 of the drugstore. I really don't have a lot of drugstore. So there you have it. Keeping those. And now I'm going to show you my high-end, and we're going to start with the tubes first because they're easier to do, and go from there. Here are the tubes. First one I'm going to start off with because I'm trying to finish it up. I love it. It's discontinued, and I'm only showing it to you because it's going to the empties pretty soon, and I don't like the replacement. I felt that I liked it at first, and then I changed my mind. It doesn't crease, the replacement. And let me show you the replacement. So this is the Tarte Maracuja Concealer. Love it. And I was upset when they discontinued this one. Then when I went to the store, to Ulta actually, and I was looking for this one, they said, no, this is discontinued. This is the replacement. It's the same. No, it's not. It's not the same. And even the ingredients are not the same. And then it says creaseless concealer. I'll give you that. It doesn't crease. But when you take pictures and you take them with a flash, this gives like this brightening effect that you can't put too much of this, or it will look like it's actually glowing from the flash. So that's the only thing I'm not liking about this. And I've seen it in me, and I've seen it in other people, and it's just, if you're going to use it, don't use too much, and make sure that you use a good under eye powder, a setting powder over it, but it's not the same. So just to let you know, this one's about to finish. I love it. I am so upset they discontinued it. So this one will be going to the empties pretty soon. And I won't see it again. This one here is going bye-bye. This one is probably good for other people, but not for me. And I just went ahead and took care of that since I was already comparing them. Stila. This is the Aqua Glow Serum Concealer. Too liquidy for my comfort. I like the tone though. It's a medium, but it is a very good one for me. It actually does have enough coverage to be that liquidy, but I don't really, I didn't expect for it to be this liquidy in a tube. So I don't really like concealers that have that type of texture. I prefer a little thicker texture or a cream. So the aqua is leaving as well. Laura Geller. Oh my, this is just exactly like it says, serious coverage. This thing is amazing with coverage. You do not need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. The real deal concealer. I'm sorry, but this is an underrated concealer. I don't hear many people talk about it, but I love it. Full coverage, 100%. Just like it says, serious coverage. It definitely is. So this one stays. Bye Bye Under Eye Waterproof Full Coverage Anti-Aging Concealer. No, it says it's waterproof. I've never tested it. I did use it, but not to test it if it was waterproof or not. I just don't like that it's too drying under the eye. So it doesn't crease a lot to be that drying, but it just feels like it's sucking up into your skin. So I really don't use this one much. Now, so that one's going. On the other hand, the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer in this one, which I don't understand. They're two different tubes. I think I need to check the ingredients on both of them, but this one's a neutral medium. This is a light medium. I love this one. I had the travel size and now I have this size, and I enjoy this concealer. Even though it says waterproof concealer and this one does too, I don't like this one. So they're both anti-aging, but this one I feel like it sucks up and dries up underneath the eye. It doesn't crease a lot. And then this one doesn't crease at all for me. Like I said, I got a sample size one time from Ipsy. I enjoyed it and I went ahead and bought the full size. This is an amazing concealer. This one is getting passed on. It may be good for somebody that does not have very dry skin, that one over there. Like I said, I don't know what the difference is besides the packaging, but this is the one that I've tried before. And I don't remember how I got this one, but I wanted to try it because I was like, they say the same thing, different packaging. And when it comes to size, they're the same, 0.28 ounces, but not the same product. Definitely not. And if the ingredients say the same, which like I said, I may just have to look into it and see. I don't know what the deal is, but this one's staying. Oh, Clinique All About Eyes Concealer. It is a decent concealer. I won't lie. I really don't have a lot of Clinique products. It has very nice coverage. What I don't like about it is that it smells funny. That's just me. I feel like, I don't know, when from the tube it's not that bad, but when I'm applying it and after I apply it, I just think it smells funny. The texture is nice. You can see, very nice coverage. Look at that. Wow. But I just think it smells funny. So it's gonna get passed on. Cream Concealer Cover Effects. This thing is amazing. Another one that I enjoy. Medium to full coverage. This is a light medium, so I do enjoy this one. 0.33 full ounces. Plenty. A little bit goes a long way. Keeping that. Now we are going to do these. Jeffree Star. Love it. I got the lighter one. I want some of the lighter ones. Like I said, when I get the lighter ones, I do like them just to give me more brightening. And I do put them on when I have to put some peach correcting tones underneath and help the dark circles. This thing is amazing in one application. Once you take that dofa out, one application takes care of everything. A little bit goes a long way. Molly, I got this in a haul. Not my cup of tea. It just didn't like the way it felt underneath the eye. Just not for me. The Kokie Professional Illuminating Be Bright Concealer. This one's going to be a maybe. I don't like the applicator, the dofa. It's very little. Now that I see the bigger dofas or the flat dofas, I enjoy applying concealer with those better. But it does work. So I'm going to see if that one's a maybe. Pretty Vulgar. I do like this one, and they did send it to me in a BoxyCharm box, but I am passing it on because it's too dark for me. Jouer, one of my favorite lately. Full coverage, amazing, amazing concealer. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I use it with the foundation. I use it with other foundations. It just works great. It's staying. This one is about to be done. The Tarte, a lot of people talk about it as being their favorite. It is not my favorite. It does have good coverage. I compare it to the Camouflage Elf actually. And if you do not want to spend this money, this works quite well. And it's a lot cheaper. I do like it, but it's not my favorite. And it's about to be done. It's pretty much empty. So it will not be a repurchase. I'm just going to finish it up. Like two Tartes right here Tarte is one of my favorite brands. When it comes to concealers, eyeshadows, I like their formula. Some of the eyeshadow palettes, I would prefer for them to be different, but I do like their eyeshadow formulas. I like their formulas, period, on a lot of their blushes, eyeshadows, concealers, foundations, so on. It's one of my favorite brands, but I was upset that they discontinued this one. And this one is, I don't think of it like a lot of people do. I prefer others. To me, there are better out there than this. I enjoy using it. Will I repurchase it anytime soon? No, because I have a lot more favorites than this. So we're going to finish that one and go about our business. ColourPop Concealer. I do like this one. The only thing I don't like about this one is that even in the container, you'll see that it's one tone, and then I feel like it oxidizes. But it's very good full coverage, and it's a good price, very affordable, and decent coverage. I won't say it's full coverage, but enough coverage for, whatever you need to do under those eyes. But for some reason, unless I got a bad one, I feel like it oxidizes a little bit. For as light as it is, it doesn't really, once it's on there, it doesn't really stay as light as it does. And like I said, if you see in the container, you see the tone there. So I'm not sure if I just got a bad one or that has anything to do with it. This one and the Kokie are a maybe. And then last but not least, the Becca Ultimate Coverage Concealing Cream. This stuff is amazing. Like I said, some people my age will say, don't use creams. I do use them, and they work great. Becca did wonders with the concealer, the under eye concealer, and the brightener. I use these together, and they're one of my favorite. Born This Way is another favorite. A little bit goes a long way. It stays. This one, I love the coverage. Don't get me wrong. But one, this thing is too short. It just is. It's a big dofa, but the length is so short. But anyways, whatever. This thing smells like paint. Like literally like paint. Worse than some of the drugstore concealers that I have used. It works well. If you can get by that paint smell, then this is good. I can't get by this one. This one is too strong for me. Even when I apply it, I could feel it, so I'm not doing it. Juvia's Place. Very nice concealer. It reminds me, another one that reminds me of the Camo 16-Hour Elf or the Tarte. For some reason, I feel that all three of those work the same. So I like it. The doe is huge too. Now this one's a little longer. And it's a good size for your money. I like the packaging. So I am going to keep it. To me, it works great during the summer. It doesn't crease under my eyes. And even if I put a corrector under and then apply this, it works good. All right, I'm done. What are we getting rid of? These right here. So we're getting rid of these. These were maybes, but I have many that are a whole lot better. So I'm just going to pass these on. Okay, so in total, I'm getting rid of 12. I will tell you, I do have more high-end than I do drugstore. So passing these on. And then we kept 5 here. We got 4 more. So that's 9 and 3. We kept 12. So we got rid of 12. We kept 12. And that's how my basket looks now. Looks a whole lot better than when I first showed it to you. And like I said, those others may work for someone else, but they didn't work for me. So I'm going to have to just let that go. Oh, one more. And this is a new one. I've been searching for this one and I hadn't found something that matched me, but I finally found it. And I just started using it. I love it, but I forgot about this one. And this is this corrector right here. It's different. Again, it's a cream. It's a secret camouflage corrector by Laura Mercier, which I am loving. So in total, it is 13 instead of 12. So yes, this is what my basket looks like now. And that is it. I'm getting there, people. I am getting there. So thank you for watching. I will see you on my next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you disagree with some of this, let me know why, so I can see how a lot of these work for other people. Like I said, some of these don't work for me because we all have different skin types, right? And some of these may work for others. That's just how it is. So again, thank you for watching. I will see you on my next one. Bye.